think that in general, football, it's a game that there is a lot of psychological things happening, you know? So in some moments, and it depends on the kind of game that we have, maybe it can affect, maybe not. So it's something that we will know tomorrow. Not really, no. If you see the last game, we won 3-0, but they get a post just at the starting of the game with a shoot of Jamut. Maybe if that goal is go inside, we are talking about a very different result, and maybe they won that game, and it's a completely different situation. So I don't think that it's going to give us confidence, or they are going to make the game in another way because they have been losing the last 2 games against us. I think that it's a final, and final it's a completely different situation.
Good evening, Coach. In the games that we have seen for Bengaluru, you all have been a team that has relied more on the midfield and the defense. What is your comment on that, and also what will be seeing different in the midfield tomorrow?
Sorry, I didn't understand the first question.
In the midfield, your team has relied a lot on the midfield to make the game, even the transition and all. Even when your defense has fallen a little weaker, what is the approach going to be the same tomorrow?
I'm sorry.
Midfield,
maybe
midfield.
Kunal, maybe you can help me. He's my assistant with that kind of thing.
We rely a lot on the midfield.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and when you know the defense falls back, slightly shaky, the midfield always delivers. So, is there going to be something different tomorrow, or how important will it be?
Yeah, I think that both teams, Goa and us, we have a lot of quality in the midfield. So I think that the battle is going to be about the possession of the ball in the midfield, and about how dangerous are going to be the top strikers that both teams have against the defenders. No, you know, Goa have Koro, that he is a wonderful player, but we also have Miku. And both teams, normally we have Brandon and Jackie Chan, and we have Sunil and Udanta. So it's really very, very good attackers. So let's see how the defenders are managing against them.
Hi, Coach. You were obviously part of last year's final under Albert Roca, and he was here for the second leg against Northeast. Did he give you any particular message tip to prepare for tomorrow, that being your first final?
Well, you know, with Albert we talk a lot. There is a lot of communication. But I have to say that the plan against Northeast was my plan. No, it was my players, my ideas, and everything normal. You know how is football. Everybody have an opinion, but at the end there is one person who has to take that decision, and the club decides that I was that person for that season, and it was like this. So I have to say that we have a plan with the players. We are training about to make that change of system, to play with 3 defenders, finally to play against with 4 defenders, but it was not Albert involved in that kind of situations. About tomorrow, you know, there is a lot of communication, but any message that he can give me is not really something that is going to change the game, you know, because he knows football very well, and he has been also in a lot of finals. You only, when you really know from inside what's going on in the group, is when you can be useful about give an opinion. If you are not living the day after day trainings, day after day sensations about how are the players, how are the team, then you can talk about football, he can give me some items, but the final decisions, you have to be inside to do that.
Hi Coach, this is Ashish from Viva Football Magazine. Do you consider yourself favorites to win the final tomorrow? And secondly, how will you pose against the same FC Goa, the same playing style and the attacking team for the tomorrow's final? And is there any desperation in the camp, considering you lost the final last year?
About the first question, I don't think myself that we are favorites. I don't think that. I think that there is a lot of different kind of finals, and I think that we arrive at that final, both teams, with a lot of things in common. I mean, a lot of numbers that are very similar, number of victories, number of games that we have lost. They have scored more goals, of course, but also we have missed Miku for half of the season. So maybe with Miku we get similar number of goals, because when Miku is playing, he's also helping Sunil and Udante to score more goals. So I'm trying to be very humble and very honest. I think that we are both favorites for that final. There is no a clear favorite. If you told me about next May in Spain final cup, it's Barcelona against Valencia, then I think the Barcelona is favorite. You know, when you play against Barcelona or Madrid, normally Barcelona or Madrid are the favorites. But at that moment, I think that Goa and us, it's going to be a very interesting final. I think that to lost last year final can be a learning for the players. We have a lot of players who have been playing that final last season. So once you have been living that experience, for sure, you have been living stress situations, stress moments that maybe in some moment of the game can help you, maybe. But it's the only thing. It's the only thing about last season. It was a big frustration for all of us. So, of course, we want to win that game now that we have that opportunity. But you as a player and me as a coach have to manage that frustration and that eager to win the game in a good way. If you don't manage in a good way, it can be against you. So it's what we are going to try.
Coach Rohan here from Times of India. Just to kind of follow up on that question, and you just touched upon the frustration of last year's defeat. What particularly was frustrating, I guess, for Bengaluru last year was that feeling of having been the dominant side in the league stage, and the final, what happened in the final didn't kind of match that. So is there sort of some unfinished business in a way, like where you're in the same situation this year, although you are tied on points with Goa, but the league table says that Bengaluru is on top, because of the head-to-head. So any extra motivation to kind of obviously make amends for what happened last year?
I think that last year was a clear example that what the finals are about, because we scored first and we were at home and we have the supporters helping us, so it was like a great night. And suddenly, two set-piece situation that we were really good in set pieces. The most important day of the year, we get punished from the set pieces. And it was not a special plan. If you see the two actions, it was just a perfect cross and a perfect heading. There was nothing really big about having working, changing a very tricky situation. No, it was direct ball, direct attack, wonderful job for them, 1-2 in the half time. So it was like, wow, we were playing another kind of game, and suddenly we get shocked. These things happen. So let's see what kind of game we have tomorrow.
Coach, this is Joy from Deccan Herald. So BFC have not been scoring early goals in quite a few matches in the season. So do you think is that a cause of concern?
We have not been scoring. Well, the plan is to score in the first minute. I can say to you, it's accidents that happen sometimes. Also, we have been moving a lot the team. A lot of rotations make things different. So it happens. There is dynamics that you are scoring fast. There is dynamics that suddenly you score later. There is not a plan about that.
Coach, there are here Neeraj from Prudent TV channel Goa. There are two subplots to this matchup. First is that both the teams have lost the finals on their first attempt. FC Goa lost in 2015, your team last year. And secondly, Sergio believes this is a special clash to come across you, both being Barcelona, former colleagues at Barcelona. And does it feel like a Catalan derby?
Yeah, about finals, I think that it's good for the Indian football that this year we're going to have a new champion. I think that it's good for the supporters, for everything. No, it makes the happiness about football. more global in more parts of the country. And about to play against Sergio, I think that it's something nice for people like us, you know, also like Dimas, that he was Barcelona football player when he was a kid. No, you are living with a kind of philosophy in the way to training, in the way to get the formation of a person, not only as a player, also as a person. And if you see that 20 years later you are meeting again with that person and you are going to play an important final against him, it's like, wow, it shows that that kind of methodology is appreciated in different parts of the world, and that's the reason because they contract us and they give us the opportunity to work in a country like India. So it's nice for us to live that kind of experience. I have to say that I'm really grateful with Sergio, because before to sign with Bengaluru, just we were me in Barcelona, he in Terrassa, that it's a local village close to Barcelona, and he said to me, Carlos, do you want to do a coffee? We can talk, and we meet each other, and I explained him the situation about to maybe to sign with Bengaluru, and he said to me, just do it. You're going to be a good coach. It's a good opportunity for you. I think that you are going to do a good work. So it's nice. It's nice that he was like saying nice things about that, and that now we find each other in the final. It's like it's a special moment.
Yeah. Hi, Dimas. Do you think you have any extra motivation for tomorrow because of what happened last year? Obviously, you missed the final, the second half with injury. So, do you think there's extra motivation for you especially? Obviously, the squad is motivated and all of that, but for you in particular?
Well, I think as last season also was a very special moment on my career, because it's always nice to be in a final or on any league, and was a shame, no, because I got injured in the first half, and also we can't get the result that everyone expect. So I think play again one final in second year in a row, I think for everyone is special, but for me even more, because I'm hungry just to play the final, and I think all the club and all the fans we deserve this trophy, and we will fight with our best to get it.
Coach, Bengaluru FC CEO Mr. Parth Jindal has said that awarding the ISL final to Mumbai is a bit of a bummer because of small capacity. Your thoughts on that? Does it really bother you, or you're only concerned about your team?
Well, everybody has his own ideas, no? But I think that that kind of game can attract more people to the stadium. So it's always a party. It's always a show to have a great full of people. So if that game is able to bring 30,000 people to a stadium, I would prefer to play in front of 30,000 people, because it's a moment of happiness for all the people. It's like a good theater show. You want to have a really nice atmosphere. So I agree with that idea.
Coach, you've already had your last training session, I believe, today. What was your message to the boys ahead of the final? What did you tell them about the season and looking forward to the final?
What I think about the season?
What did you tell your boys during the training? What was your message to the boys regarding their performance in the season and looking forward to the final? What was it?
The message to the players. Yeah. I know very well my guys. I know that they are eager for titles. They love to compete. So sometimes the message is to calm down them a little bit, you know, because you have to read the moments of the game. You have to see which is the situation. So it's going to be that kind of message that play in a good way with the possibility to win a final for second time in 2 years. No, it's something that you have to manage in a way that is going to help you, not to put you under pressure.
Coach, there's one particular thing that since the start of the year, you all have not been able to win even one game away from home. You know, tomorrow you all will be playing in Mumbai again. Do you think the team, there's more pressure on the team to perform when they're not playing at home? Do they crumble more? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, we have no problem with that. We have no problem. I mean, it makes not a difference to play home or away about the results. What is happening in the results away is that we were starting that kind of rotation and we were missing a lot of players in the way. So for us, it's not like, oh, we are losing some strength because we are playing away. Nothing about that. We have the same spirit to go for the games, even if we're playing home or away. No problem.
Yeah, Coach, a goalkeeper on an inspired day for him can sometimes win a must-win game like tomorrow. Your thoughts on the players you have in goal for tomorrow? And does your first choice goalkeeper have the presence to make a difference in the title match tomorrow?
Sorry. Yeah. But it was 2 questions, no? Yeah, I think that finals in general are finals for normally there is key players. No? In any final there is one player who is destaking for something. He's doing really very good his job. No? It happens all over the history of football. So I think that tomorrow is a game for that, for some players to become keys. And I think that in our team we have some of them. We have Gurpreet, we have Dimas, we have Sunil, we have Miku, we have players that can be really giving a special performance in a final. The problem is that Goa also have that kind of players. And of course we know that they have Jamud, Fall, that has been scoring goals from set pieces in the last games and also have been very powerful in defense. They have Edubedia, great player, Koro, great player. So let's see if we get our heroes and we try to get the Goa players not become heroes.
Coach, Northeast reportedly made an official complaint to the AIFF regarding the Gallego injury. I believe Sunil and Miku were 2 of 3 players that were named. I was just wondering what was your reaction on when you heard that, and has it disturbed the harmony ahead of such an important match for you?
It's very clear. The people who has brought that thing asking about the injury of Gallego with Miku, he has no idea about football. It's impossible. If you see the action on TV, you saw clearly that it's impossible that Miku, at that speed, at that moment, tried to injure Gallego. So it makes no sense to talk about that. It's a very bad accident. And Miku was the first one visiting Gallego in the hospital trying to help him. And the day after Miku, I also went personally with Gerard Zaragoza, with my assistant coach, to visit him. We have a chat of almost 1 hour and a half. And, we are football people. We know what's going on. There was nothing happening that it was against the game or against the health of the player, for sure.
Coach, one of the things missing in Bengaluru is the AFC Cup campaign this season. So even Sunil Chetri has spoken about the importance of it, saying the table toppers should be awarded an AFC Cup slot. Now, ahead of the final, how important, how motivated is the team to win this ISL final and go prove themselves in Asia? Does it add extra motivation? And
we love to play in Asia. We love to take the flag of India all over Asia to play our game. So, of course, for us, it's a very nice target to try to get for the next season. We will like it.
Hello. My question to Dimas. One of the best thing about Bengaluru FC this season is that set piece variation. Since you are the one who usually takes the set piece, do you have special plan for FC Goa tomorrow?
No, we don't have.
No, I think everyone knows, no, that our coach Carlos loves the set pieces, and for sure will prepare something for tomorrow. Hopefully, is working, and we can change the things because the set pieces, because everyone is very involved on all what he's trying to work, and that's all we have to be, just in our 100% focus in everything, because I think to be a success in the set pieces, you have to be really focused, and that's all. I think it's a weapon for us.
We have time for last two questions, please.
Hi, Coach. Sham from Sportstar. So I know last year's final you opened the scoring but went on to lose the game. But throughout the league this season, Bengaluru's lost only one game after opening the scoring. So how key is their opening goal for you? Because even FC Goa known to be an outright attacking team. So how key is their opening goal for you? And secondly, do you have any injury concerns going into tomorrow's match?
Yeah, I think that the history of football have shown us so many different examples about that every game have a special history, so it's I think that in that kind of games statistics are not working, because we have seen so many situations different in finals that it's impossible to smell which is going to be the storyboard of that final. No way. I don't know what can happen. If you see a lot of finals, that one Liverpool, Milan, crazy final in the Champions League, Madrid, Atletico Madrid, there is things that happen that it's like, wow. So I think that we are in front of one of these games that anything can happen, and what happened before, it's not going to affect a lot.
Hello, Alberto. Good afternoon. My question is regarding your latest signing, Alejandro Barrera. He came in place of Eric Bartolou. In the last game, his first game in the ISL, he looked a little confused. What exactly is his role in the side, one? And second question, like the last game, will you be again going for a midfield heavy with your foreign contingent, sacrificing Saran? Or will Saran play and Cisco sit out? How confusing is it for you?
About Alex Barrera, I'm happy with him, because it's not easy to arrive and to give that kind of performance when you don't know your teammates, you don't know the competition, and you don't even know the coach. So he's doing a good job. He's very professional. He's doing a good job. Of course, Eric was a very special player for us, not only about the way he plays, also the character, the plus that he gives to the team because the way he is. But I'm happy with Alex Barrera, the effort that he's putting in the team. And about Albert Serran, Chisco, Luisma, I'm happy with the full squad. So we're going to do a plan for tomorrow and trying to do the best plan for the final.
Coach, just want to know if you have any injury concerns going into tomorrow's match.
Yeah, no problem. We have no injuries, we have no sanctions, so we are full team for the final.
Thank you, Team Bengaluru FC. Thank you so much.
प्री-फायनल प्रेस कॉन्फरन्सान सर्जिओ लोबेरान 2 पॉयंटार चड स्ट्रेस केलें. तो म्हळ्यार फर्स्ट म्हणजे फायनलीक टॅक्टिक्स खूब इम्पॉर्टंट आसतातूच, पूण ताज्या व्यतिरिक्त आनीक म्हत्वाची गजाल म्हळ्यार प्लेयरांनी आपले इमोशन कशा तरेन मॅनेज करचें हें खूब इम्पॉर्टंट आसता म्हणटा तो. आनी मोटिवेशन प्लेयरांचेंय खूब इम्पॉर्टंट, तशेंच सायकोलॉजिकल फॅक्टर्स आसता ते जे म्हत्वाचे थारूंक शकता. सो अशा तरेन फायनल ही जावंक शकता. आनी ताजे पयलींचे फॉर्म आसा, जे लिगांतले फॉर्म किंवा लिगांतले स्टॅटिस्टीक, हाजे कांयच तातूंत इन्फ्लुएन्स जावंक शकना. आनी दुसरो म्हळ्यार ही बेंगलुरू FC जी टीम आसा, ताजे कोच जावन आसा कार्लेस कोद्रत, आनी सर्जिओ लोबेरा आनी कार्लेसाचे पयलींचे बार्सेलोना कडेन कनेक्शन आशिल्ल्यान आपल्या खातीर एक स्पेशल मोमेंट अशें सर्जिओन सांगलें. दुसरे वटेन बेंगलुरू FCचे कोच कार्लेसान जे फायनलीन आतां वता आसतना जी लीग फेजीन FC गोवाचेर 2 जैतां जोडिल्लीं होम आनी अवे हाजे कांय व्हडलें इन्फ्लुएन्स किंवा तांचे कडेन एक एज आसतली सायकोलॉजिकल वर्चस्व आसतलें अशेंय कांय परिस्थिती ना म्हळें कारण फायनल ही तो म्हणटा ती कंप्लिटली डिफरंट तरेची एक मॅच आसता आनी ताणें 2 म्हत्वाची उदाहरणां दिलीं ती म्हळ्यार 1999 बायर्न म्युनीक आनी मँचेस्टर युनायटेडाची चॅम्पियन्स लीग फायनल ताणें हांगा ताणें सांगलें कारण बायर्न म्युनीक 1-0 लिडींग आशिल्लें आनी निमण्या कांय खिणाक मँचेस्टर युनायटेडान 2 गोल मारून आपले जैत जोडले चॅम्पियन्स लीग फायनलीन तशेंच AC मिलान आनी लिव्हरपूलाची 2006 चॅम्पियन्स लीग फायनल अशीच सामकी मिरॅक्युलस अशें कमबॅक करून लिव्हरपूलान जिखिल्ली सो हे 2 एग्जाम्पल कदरतान सांगले ते सुचोवपाक की फायनल म्हणटा ती ताजी जी वलय आसता ताजी जी इम्पॉर्टन्स आसता ती कंप्लिटली डिफरंट आसता आनी ती खंयच्याय तरेची फायनल जावंक शकता पूण एक गजाल दोनूय कोचांनी स्ट्रेस केली ती म्हळ्यार ही फायनल इंडियन फुटबॉला खातीर सगळ्यांत बरी फायनल आनी ह्या मॅचींतल्यान एक बऱ्या तरेचो खेळ दोनूय टीम करतले हातूंत कांय दुबाव ना व्हिडिओ जर्नलिस्ट चेतन गवसा बरोबर नीरज प्रभू मुंबयच्यान प्रुडंटा खातीर